Yeah.
Hey! How's everybody doing? All right, good. Welcome to Macon, Georgia. Macon, Georgia. All right, raise your hand if y'all from Georgia. Okay. Got a few folks from the state. All right. Well, welcome here. Okay. Macon, Georgia has rich history, right? So I was told to come up here and give y'all a brief synopsis of this beautiful town, this beautiful place, right? But it's hard to give you a brief one, but I'm gonna try. So I'm gonna tell you guys to do y'all research, okay? Macon, Georgia, it may seem like y'all just in a little, another little town or whatever, but there are a lot of very monumental things that happen here that influence the entire world, right? So for one, let me say this, Macon has 18,000 years of continuous history, right? That means continuous habitation, right? I mean, so for the last 18,000 years, people have been living right here in Macon, Georgia, right? So the Amorgi Bottoms, which is the Amorgi Mounds, I don't know if you guys have heard about the Indian Mounds here in Macon. That's why that is so, because we have what we call mounds, which are actually pyramids, right? Which it's been now made the first national park in the state of Georgia, right? So we have that going on. Hopefully next year, where it's going to be opened up as a national park. So now it's Amorgi Mounds National Park, and they're going to expand it. They put $1 billion into this place because it's $1 billion. So Macon is about to have a whole transformation here shortly, because of this history that we have here. So leaving from the Indian mounds, the Amorgi mounds, coming into the present day, American history, what have you. The influence that Macon had coming into this present day for music, arts, and culture, right? That's why we're here. Music, arts, and culture, and film. All right, so understand this. Rock and roll began right here in Macon, Georgia, with Little Richard, right? For sure. Can we give a hand to Little Richard for doing that? All right? Little Richard was highly influential. He influenced a lot of people. He influenced even Muhammad Ali. A lot of people don't even know that. When he said, I'm pretty, float like a butterfly, sing like a bee, right? A lot of people didn't know that Muhammad Ali was a huge Little Richard fan. So a lot of the stuff that he said actually came from mimicking Little Richard, believe it or not, right? So on top of that, the Beatles, people like that, Jimi Hendrix, they opened up for Little Richard, right? There was a man named Johnny Guitar Jenkins who taught Jimi Hendrix how to play the guitar left-handed. If he wasn't scared to go on a plane, he was scared to fly. He would have been able to take the gigs that Jimi Hendrix actually started taking because he was scared to fly. So you might have not even heard of Jimi Hendrix if Johnny Guitar Jenkins from the East Macon wasn't scared to fly, right? So we also have people like Bishop Henry Neal Turner, who started the Back to Africa movement before W.E.B. Du Bois and Marcus Garvey coined what we call the Pan-African movement, right? So this is the precursor to the Pan-African movement. Actually, Bishop Henry Neal Turner had 100 black folks from Macon, Georgia, and they went to Liberia, right? Which is the first African country that was colonized or ran by the United States. But the first group of people from America to go there were from Macon, Georgia. All right, that's another story, okay? Charles Douglas. And Charles Douglas, who started the Douglas Theater. He was a black millionaire, he had a black casino, black bank, black hotel, all these things in the 20s and 30s, right? This black man had people down there singing. He had created what they call the Chitlin Circuit during this time. So he was going all over the southeastern part of the United States, doing a lot of what they call the juke joints and stuff, showcasing a lot of black talent. And some of those musicians end up going and creating what we call today the Harlem Renaissance. Right? So the Harlem Renaissance and all the jazz clubs and all the dope artists and even some of the writers like John Oliver Killers, right? He's from Macon, Macon. He was one of the most famous writers during that time with the Harlem Renaissance. But, Macon, Georgia is a huge influence on a lot of the things that we enjoy today. Even soul music, For sure, all right? So just do y'all research, man. I don't want to, like I said, I want to bore y'all to death. I talk all day, y'all want to listen now, but I ain't gonna do that. I want y'all to definitely do some research on this town, man. It's a beautiful town. Like, so the art and the music that you see today from pioneers like Lock Dog, right? Lock Dog is a, no one y'all know, y'all see him doing this movie stuff, you know what I mean? But he's a legendary rapper and artist down here. So the movie thing is new to us right here, but he's a pioneer right now in the movies down here. But he was a pioneer, you know, in the music game. But there were people even before him. Otis Redding, right? James Brown. You know what I mean? Look at the James Brown movie. You'll see everything he was doing was right here. My mama used to babysit for James Brown, right? Real talk. Elijah Muhammad, right? Right before he went to Detroit and started the Nation of Islam, he saw something happen here in Macon, Georgia. He was working in Macon, Georgia. He had a house in Pleasant Hill. And his reason for leaving here and going to Detroit and starting the Nation of Islam is because what he experienced right here in Macon, Georgia, right? So there are many stories like that you just take the time to sit with people like myself, like a Lock Dog. You go around people like Mr. Muhammad's, and there are a lot of historians and people that understand and keep up with making history. But I want to let y'all know we appreciate you guys for being here. Brother Lilo cried a lot about what y'all are doing here. This is a part of making history as well, right? We're covering all the different things that happen through documentaries. We create stories through movies. And we're also highlighting all these beautiful and amazing people that are here out of town that are going to be future movie stars and future Hall of Fame movie producers and writers and things of that nature. So, we're very excited, man, to have you guys here. And very thankful for Mr. Anthony for opening up these buildings. It ain't nothing close to him in this town. To have a brother, that's opening up a place like this, man. He's constantly opening up to, people that are into the arts and culture, entertainment, nonprofits, anything that's going on in the city, he opens up the door. We appreciate that as well. So this is a beautiful event, man. Hopefully this is just the first and maybe a quarterly film festival event. The Lilo, and he's like, nah, man, I can't do it quarterly. It's possible? Okay, well, I gotta do better. Lilo. We all gotta do better and let our folks know, man, what's going on right here. Some of our people don't even know what a film festival is, which is crazy, but we have to do a better job of educating. So I appreciate you guys for allowing me to come here and tell y'all a little bit about this great town. And hopefully y'all get a chance to go around and visit some of these places, all right? Peace and blessings, y'all.